What's up, guys? CliffBeats, no script, off the rip, perfect title, perfect timing. It is George Carlin. We got on soft language. Can you sense my sarcasm? If you're new to my channel, do me a favor. Go to, this is not George Carlin's channel, so I don't know how you were able to upload it without any issues. YouTube. Do me a favor. Go to George Carlin's original channel. Go throw him a like, go subscribe. Guys, if you want to see the video where I don't have words in front of it, my Patreon is now up and running. I'm going to be uploading there as well. It's going to be real raw, more of real me over on Patreon. I had to start that up because YouTube has me one foot out the door and basically getting ready to slam the door shut on my other leg. So that's what's happening right now. I'd love to see you over there. If you can't, I totally understand. I'm going to continue to upload to YouTube as long as I'm good enough for YouTube, as long as I'm deemed worthy. So I'd love to have you hit subscribe. You guys keep subscribing and asking for George Carlin and liking. I see it all in my analytics, guys. You keep asking, you keep receiving. That didn't sound right. You shall receive more videos from George Carlin. Fast and receive. We're going for a ride. George Carlin on soft language. Let's go. But no matter what, even if you don't like me, please go show support to the arts. That's all I care about. But Patreon, sign up, subscribe, all that good stuff.
I don't like words that hide the truth. I don't like words that conceal reality. I don't like euphemisms or euphemistic language. And American English is loaded with euphemisms because Americans have a lot of trouble dealing with reality. Americans have trouble facing the truth. So they invent a kind of a soft language to protect themselves from it. And it gets worse with every generation. For some reason, it just keeps getting worse. I'll give you an example of that. There's a condition in combat. Most people know about it. It's when a fighting person's nervous system has been stressed to its absolute peak and maximum, can't take any more input. The nervous system has either snapped or is about to snap. In the First World War, that condition was called shell shock. Simple, honest, direct language. 2 syllables, shell shock. Almost sounds like the guns themselves. That was 70 years ago. Then a whole generation went by, and the Second World War came along, and the very same combat condition was called battle fatigue. 4 syllables now. Takes a little longer to say. Doesn't seem to hurt as much.
That is strange. That's very strange if you think about it.
Fatigue.
That's why I like watching George Carlin too, because it's not that he's just funny. I say it all the time, man. He's like a philosopher, man. He's very smart. He's a genius. I keep saying it over and over again. People get mad at me. It's true, though. It has me thinking. I'm sitting there just dumb, like,
now. Takes a little longer to say. Doesn't seem to hurt as much. Fatigue is a nicer word than shock. Shell shock. Battle fatigue.
No, but shell shock is more realistic because they're shocked.
Then we had the war in Korea, 1950. Madison Avenue was riding high by that time, and the very same combat condition was called operational exhaustion. Hey, we're up to 8 syllables now. And the humanity has been squeezed completely out of the phrase. It's totally sterile now. Operational exhaustion. Sounds like something that might happen to your car. Then, of course, came the war in Vietnam, which has only been over for about 16 or 17 years. And thanks to the lies and deceit surrounding that war, I guess it's no surprise that the very same condition was called post-traumatic stress disorder.
PTSD. Yep, here we go. Now I was going to say, so I seen a comment on the 7 words you can't say on TV. I did not know he got dragged to court over that bit. I didn't know that. Dude, shout out to George Carlin. Rest in peace to the GOAT. For speaking up and like how he just called out that war. Man, we need more people like that in this world that just speak up and they aren't afraid to like just keep digging their heels in. It doesn't matter what anybody says. You have to say what's right.
Thanks to the lies and deceit surrounding that war, I guess it's no surprise that the very same condition was called post-traumatic stress disorder. Still 8 syllables, but we've added a hyphen. And the pain is completely buried under jargon. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I'll bet you if we'd have still been calling it shell shock, some of those Vietnam veterans might have gotten the attention they needed at the time. I'll bet you that. I'll bet you.
I don't need to say anything. George Carlin said it perfectly. just makes me mad because a friend of mine who's a veteran hit me up the other night. Now I'm not going to say his name or anything. I don't know if he's going to watch this video or not, but he hit me up. I smoke weed to help me go to sleep because I have really bad anxiety, and he knows I do. And I will help him out sometimes and get him some free stuff because he's an amazing friend of mine, one of my best friends, close friend of mine. But also, I will help him out if he needs it. And he doesn't smoke that often, but it does help him a lot with his anxiety. But he tries to fight it. He's one of those guys that likes to hold on to reality, but when he starts having panic attacks, he likes to smoke. Anyways, sorry to take away, but I'll tell you the story. He hit me up at like 2 a.m, and I was sleeping, and I woke up at actually 3:30, and it was to all those copyright strikes from YouTube. So I woke up, I instantly hopped on the computer, and I didn't even I looked at my phone, but not for my text. It was for my emails. I started fighting with YouTube, and I see my phone, I see a text. I'm like, who texted me? I messaged him, and he sent me a message saying, like, yeah, I'm having a really bad panic attack. I don't know what's going on. Like, if you could just come by and maybe drop something off for me or smoke with me or something, it would really help me out. I tried to go cold turkey, and it's just not working. Dude, this man ended up in the hospital. Like, he's a veteran. He's done multiple tours. He's told me his stories about actually having to, I can't say the word, but do some stuff to people that will haunt him for the rest of his life. And he went into a full-blown seizure. Then while he was in the ICU, he had another seizure. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not taken care of, man. Anyways, this upsets me, man.
But it didn't happen. And one of the reasons is because we were using that soft language. That language that takes the life out of life. And it is a function of time. It does keep getting worse. Give you another example. Sometime during my life, toilet paper became bathroom tissue. I wasn't notified of this. No one asked me if I agreed with it. It just happened. Toilet paper became bathroom tissue. Sneakers became running shoes. False teeth became dental appliances. Medicine became medication. Information became directory assistance. The dump became the landfill. Car crashes became automobile accidents. Partly cloudy became partly sunny.
And this soft language.
Motels became
partly cloudy became partly sunny. The bright side.
Partly cloudy became partly sunny. Motels became motor lodges. House trailers became mobile homes. Used cars became previously owned transportation. Room service became guest room dining. And constipation became occasional irregularity. When I was a little kid, if I got sick, they wanted me to go to the hospital and see the doctor. Now they want me to go to a health maintenance organization or a wellness center to consult a healthcare delivery professional. Poor people used to live in slums. Now,
dude, this guy would have a field day today.
A healthcare delivery professional. Poor people used to live in slums. Now the economically disadvantaged occupy substandard housing in the inner cities. And they're broke. They're broke. They don't have a negative cash flow position. They're fucking broke. Because a lot of them were fired. You know, fired. Management wanted to curtail redundancies in the human resources area. So many people are no longer viable members of the workforce. Smug, greedy, well-fed white people have invented a language to conceal their sins. It's as simple as that. The CIA doesn't kill anybody anymore. They neutralize people. Or they depopulate the area. The government doesn't lie. It engages in disinformation. The Pentagon actually measures nuclear radiation in something they call sunshine units. Israeli murderers are...
Sunshine unit? Is that real?
Information. The Pentagon actually measures nuclear radiation in something they call sunshine units. Israeli murderers are called commandos. Arab commandos are called terrorists. Contra killers are called freedom fighters. Well, if crime fighters fight crime and firefighters fight fire, what do freedom fighters fight? They never mention that part of it to us, do they? Never mention that part of it. And some of this stuff is just silly. We all know that. Like on the airlines, they say they want a pre-board. Well, what the hell is pre-board? What does that mean? To get on before you get on? They say they're going to pre-board those passengers in need of special assistance. Cripples! Simple, honest, direct language. There's no shame attached to the word cripple that I can find in any dictionary. No shame attached to it. In fact, it's a word used in Bible translations. Jesus healed the cripples. Doesn't take 7 words to describe that condition. But we don't have any cripples in this country anymore. We have the physically challenged. Is that a grotesque enough evasion for you? How about differently abled?
Grotesque evasion. That's crazy that he used that terminology. It's true. It is grotesque.
Evasion for you?
And it's evasion. It's just straight. It's not the truth. It's just soft language. I'm going to lose my mind.
How about differently abled? I've heard them call that differently abled. You can't even call these people handicapped anymore. They'll say, we're not handicapped, we're handy-capable. These poor people have been bullshitted by the system into believing that if you change the name of the condition, somehow you'll change the condition. Well, hey, cousin, doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. We have no more death.
And what's funny, for him making that gesture, YouTube's going to be like it was inappropriate language or inappropriate whatever gestures. That's what they put now. They don't even give you explanations sometimes. They just basically take away your video for no reason. This is getting bad. Did I mention I have a Patreon?
We have no more deaf people in this country, hearing impaired. No one's blind anymore, partially sighted or visually impaired.
Partially sighted.
We have no more stupid people. Everybody has a learning disorder. Or he's minimally exceptional. How would you like to be told that about your child? He's minimally exceptional. Oh, thank God for that. Psychologists actually have started calling ugly people those with severe appearance deficits. It's getting so bad that any day now I expect to hear a rape victim referred to as an unwilling sperm recipient.
And there 100% goes the video.
And we have no more old people in this
YouTube, when you reviewed this, I didn't say a word.
Country. No more old people. We shipped them all away, and we brought in these senior citizens. Isn't that a typically American 20th century phrase? Bloodless, lifeless. No pulse in one of them. A senior citizen. But I've accepted that one. I've come to terms with it. I know it's here to stay. We'll never get rid of it. That's what they're going to be called, so I'll relax on that. But the one I do resist, the one I keep resisting, is when they look at an old guy and they'll say, look at him, Dan. He's 90 years young. Imagine the fear of aging that reveals. To not even be able to use the word old to describe someone, to have to use an antonym. And fear of aging is natural. It's universal, isn't it? We all have that. No one wants to get old. No.
It's a privilege to grow old also.
No one wants to die, but we do. So we bullshit ourselves. I started bullshitting myself when I got to my 40s. As soon as I was in my 40s, I'd look in the mirror and I'd say, well, I guess I'm getting older. Older sounds a little better than old, doesn't it? Sounds like it might even last a little longer. Bullshit, I'm getting old. And it's okay, because thanks to our fear of death in this country, I won't have to die. I'll pass away.
Yeah, from someone who also had a fear of passing away or dying for a long time. It's true. It's a privilege to get to grow old. It's a privilege to be able to do that. Where I'm from, a lot of us don't even make it out. You know, we get killed or we end up in jail by 18 or 21 years old. In case you don't know, I'm from the South Side of Chicago. Yeah, I'm sure you heard about it on the news. So growing old is a privilege where I'm from. I shouldn't even be alive right now, and I'm just grateful. But I just love how he just broke that down for a lot of people. How it's okay It's life.
Or I'll expire like a magazine subscription. If it happens in the hospital, they'll call it a terminal episode. The insurance company will refer to it as negative patient care outcome. And if it's the result of malpractice, they'll say it was a therapeutic misadventure. I'm telling you, some of this language makes me want to vomit. Well, maybe not vomit. Makes me want to engage in an involuntary personal protein spill.
Involuntary protein spill.
Thank you all.
I love the fact, I love the fact that there's so many people that listen to him. And they weren't just like fake laughing, they're listening. He's saying funny things and making funny statements, but he's spitting facts. Oh, I wish we could bring him back. I'd love to have him forever. I'm saying I'm sure he wouldn't want to be here. I'm sure he wouldn't want to be here with this bullshit going on today. Oh my God. Could you imagine? He'd be one of the first they'd go after to cancel. I'm already catching flack for watching some of his old content, but it's allowed to get posted from other channels. It makes no sense. Like, it's it grandfathered in from other channels, but I can't watch it. It's so weird, dude. These vague rules that are happening in the world today. The world today. I'm gonna lose my voice. It's getting ridiculous, man. But thank you for watching with me. Like I said, you asked for George Carlin on Soft Language, since obviously with what's going on, you got it. Keep subscribing, keep liking. Make sure, no matter what, though, you go to George Carlin's official page. People always give me a hard time for always saying go like and go subscribe. But, dude, I know he passed away. I've been saying rest in peace, but his family owns it. So I'm sure they generate revenue off it. Make sure you go show love there. That's the most important part. Like I said, my Patreon is up and running if you want to come watch some uncensored content where I actually do say, have fun, be myself. I'm not some cookie cutter news anchor here on YouTube. I will be uploading some of the same videos from YouTube onto Patreon, but you're going to get a lot more. I'm gonna walk you guys through my recording studio. I'm going to introduce you to a lot of stuff in my life and have videos only for Patreon that I could never even think about uploading here because they would instantly get pulled down. But yeah, man, my Discord's up and running as well, too. You could go there. Guys, anybody who's suffering with anxiety, depression, panic attacks, PTSD, shell shock, addiction, please reach out to me. I'm always here for you. I can't solve all your problems, but on this platform, I really want to be here for people who need somebody. I know what it's like to go through shit alone. And I leave myself open to you because this channel would not exist without you guys or amazing artists like George Carlin and other artists who allow me to react to their content. So thank you so much. I recognize that. I know I would not be here without you. I know that. I think people forget that when they're making content on here. I wouldn't be here without you. So like I said, reach out to me if you need me. I'm always here. It's not some assistant helping me out. It's me. And no one else helping me with anything. It's just me with myself. If you're uncomfortable with that, like I said, my Discord's up and running. If you're a comedian, you want to share some jokes, there's a forum in there. You could share routines, jokes. There's people who are selling music, looking to buy music. There's freestylers. There's anything that you're looking for. It's in there. Music discussions, health discussions, anything you're looking for. It's just a network for it's a community for everybody to network and kind of just have people to lean on. It's a very dope community, guys. So you're more than welcome to come join. But thanks for watching with me. I love you. If you want more George Carlin, you know what to do. Just subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what's next. I go with the most like comments or the most spam comments. So just go nuts and just spam away. I love you guys. Follow me to the next one, and I hope to see you on my Patreon as well, guys. I never wanted to start a Patreon, but I have no choice. YouTube has left me with no choice. My entire channel is basically non-existent. I'm shadow banned to the world. So follow me there. CliffBeats out.